I had a message from Linda, and she was asking about the sort of dangers of creating green in the sky when you're using blue and yellows. I can remember many years ago watching an episode of Simply Painting with Frank Clark, and he addressed this. He was doing a sort of ultramarine blue over a raw sienna wash, and he was saying you'd think it would create green, but it doesn't. I've used yellow in skies a few times. Now, can you imagine? And I can honestly say I've never, to the best of my memory, created green in a sky. I could imagine a scenario where, if you put the blue in, I'll generally use ultramarine, more recently cobalt blue as a sort of experiment. Put the blues and then the yellows together. I think if you overworked the sky and sort of over mixed it all, I could see a scenario where you could create green. But if you're just doing sort of single brush strokes and just putting it in without any fuss, that's basically how I paint, and I think that's the sort of traditional way of doing things. And I don't think the two mix enough to be able to create green in the first place. My yellows are often lemon yellow or cad yellow. I've tried yellow ochre more recently, and I've experimented with a few of these in skies with the ultramarines and the cobalt blues, and I think as long as you just brush it in with the minimum of fuss, the sort of danger of creating green can be avoided. Of course, as with most situations, the best way is to just experiment and see what happens. But as I say, I think as long as the painting, the sky isn't overworked and put in with very few brush strokes, which is really how we're meant to be painting in the first place, I think greens can well, as I say, I can't think of a circumstance where it's happened to me in the past.